Hello everyone, this is Vinnieart. I'm the creator of Shadow of the Kraken, which is available on Indiegogo right now. I'm going to have the link in the description to this video. But yeah, I thought I'd let everybody know about this one. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the cover to the main book. So yeah, if you're into pirates, action, adventure, beautiful locations, beautiful women, this is going to be a violent book. But going a little more traditional in terms of telling a pirate story. But yet it's going to go into more fantastical elements and stuff. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, please go check it out. Today, though, I'm going to be covering legs. So I did start sketching out pretty cool little example for you guys. So I thought I'd start breaking it down and getting into it for you. And yeah, I prepped this one up just because I wanted to make sure that you guys are going to be able to understand how the muscles and everything flow into one another. The thing you got to remember with legs is, well, at least how I do it, is the distance between the top of the thigh to about right above the knee, and the distance from below the knee to about the ankle are the same distance, more or less. So that's one of the tips I kind of want to show you with this. Again, with legs, you got to remember we're dealing with again the cylinder shape. So let's just show you like the top part of the thigh. This will be the right leg. Kind of what we're doing. Here's the knee. Fix this real quick. So then we get down to the bottom part, and it goes thinner. So you're gonna taper it off a little bit, and then obviously you have the ball joint, and then where you're gonna have the foot coming in and all that. So what you gotta remember on the bottom part is like the calf area starts to come in. I mean, you start to add a little bit more shape to everything, and then you think about like the under structure and what's going to be there. So we have the kneecap, then we have like that inner part that bulges out a bit, and it kind of goes downward and inward. So like I said, we're basically like we're building it up. Start with the cylinders and the circles, and then you start to get into a little bit more of the actual shapes. So usually when we draw, like we'll get into like the teardrop muscle, the top part muscle, and then you'll see just a little bit on the other side. But now the inner one is going to be interesting, and I think I'll do this with color. I'll show you guys on the first example, on the first model, and I'll just make this a little bit darker for you guys, and then we'll get into it a bit more. Clean up those lines a bit. Alright, maybe I'll do the brand new layer, and we'll start adding some color to break it down for you guys. So, alright, zoom in, and alright, so what we're thinking about, what we're talking about, I'll do like the main. So you have like the teardrop muscle. I'll just kind of do the shape first, and I'll show you how it goes into the rest of the leg, or the direction of the like the muscle tissue. It's kind of like a rounded, and it pulls up and across like this. Then I'll grab another color, and we'll get into the middle one, which actually goes into the kneecap area. So But this one kind of, it's almost like it splits a little bit near the top, and everything leads to the hip. It leads to the hip bone and the hip muscle. So again, with this one, it's kind of in this kind of pattern. We'll go on this side as well to show you. And the thing you got to remember too, when you get down towards the bottom area of this, you're gonna have like the more of like the not the muscle tissue, but like the softer tissue. Usually they'll show it like as like a white kind of connecting tendons that go into the knee. But what we're thinking about is just the main muscles right now. So you have those. Let me get into, grab a green one. We'll get into the other side. So there is muscle. There's three parts to the muscle. So it's the like the teardrop, the main one, and then on the side, and it goes down into the knee. Oh shit! You know what? This is the wrong color to choose on that. But I'll break it down for you guys on another in another angle. But I'm just kind of getting there quickly, just to show you. And let me see. It's a tricky part with this is trying to show you guys with the right kind of colors too. So we do have like this big part that goes straight into, like I said, into the hip, and it comes across those muscles, and then it goes around the bone of the knee, like the outside part of the knee. So this is kind of that shape. Goes like this, and like I said, it goes around and down. And I will do a live stream to break this down even further for everybody. But as it is right now, I just wanted to kind of give you the basics of it, and then we'll get more into those details. Like I said, during the weekend when I do the live stream master sessions. So yeah, those are typically go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. So again, it's just like a little class. So I'll break down these kind of things a little bit further for everybody to understand. But I'll do let me show you the teardrop again. So that's what we're kind of thinking about. Let's get in and show you kind of like the inner thigh muscles, because these get a little bit confusing because there's so much going on. And again, typically you wouldn't be drawing this much of them. It's everything kind of pulls from like the crotch area. I'm just going to do this whole section in the kind of same grouping, but it is essentially there's a few of them that like I said, they pull. But remember, everything connects straight up and into the pelvic bone. So these all pull. Like I said, they all kind of go towards the crotch. They are in sections, and I mean, I could break it down into other colors for you, but like I said, it might get a little bit confusing. because typically we don't really show that much when we're doing these drawings, especially if we're doing like comic books and stuff like that. We're not getting into the extreme details of every little bit, but like I said, it's just to kind of give you a better idea of what's going on with the leg muscles. So like if you want, you could go look it up yourself as well, if you really want to figure out how all the muscles connect, going straight into like the crotch and and like I said, into the pelvic floor and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, this is typically the things that you need to think about in terms of doing these drawings. And like I said, it's I mean, you're not a doctor, you want to be an artist. So I'm just doing this as an example for those people who want to know kind of what everything looks like underneath, because there's a lot of different things going on. And you know, like we have the outside hip muscles that, you know, make up the rest. The color. We'll go up in here. So, I feel like I'm already running out of colors here. But yeah, like I said, there's all these muscles, all these things that kind of pull and go. But what you really need to think about, like I said, are the main muscle groups, you know, and the shapes. So these are kind of the main shapes that we're talking about, because this is what's really going to show in our drawings, and then, you know, like the muscle on the outside. But you know, like those are kind of the main parts of it, like the kind of structure. So that's what we're thinking about. But yeah, going into the actual shins and the calves. So you'll have from that point, because from the back, the calves kind of make like a diamond shape, but from the front you're going to see part of it as well. So this is kind of like the main part of the calves, and this is why they kind of make they ball up. So that's why you get the calves are a nice round shape. And this is like I said, the motion of the muscles, the direction that they go in. That's why usually from behind they will look kind of like this diamond. They'll have a diamond shape. You know, and this goes into the foot. Here's the ankle. The bottom of the foot here and whatnot. But yeah, this is typically what we're thinking about and talking about. Again, I know this is just very loose and sloppy, this one, but just to kind of give you an idea of how it works. But I will break down drawing the feet as well. Like I said, this is right now, it's just another quick one on just breaking down the shapes of the legs, the muscles, and just how it all kind of works. And then from there, we could play around with other stuff. So since I have another color here, again, there's, am I in the right layer? There we go. So yeah, then you also have like, so we have the shin bone, but again, there's thinner muscles that kind of make up more of the leg, and then it breaks down, you know, kind of thinner and thinner into stuff. But I just want to get in there kind of quick for you. But let's see. Yeah, because the outside is going to be, again, let me grab another color. So the outside part, like they're longer. like longer strips of muscle. You kind of go in that direction, in that fashion. But yeah, what we're going to think about too is like we have the shin bone. There is some muscle tissue on it, but essentially it's this kind of curved line you're going to get, and it goes into the ankle. It goes into the ankle bone. So since the leg is made up of two bones like that, the shin part, you have the one on the inside is usually higher and a little bit more forward, and the one in the back is the other bone, and it's lower and further behind, like closer towards the heel. So you also got to remember that. And it is so it's going to be like an angle like this. So that's kind of, if you're thinking about the ankle and the positioning of it and kind of how it works, that's typically how it works. So if you were to draw it through, you know, like it would be, you know, kind of behind it like that. Yeah, here's your ankle bone, and then yeah, obviously then everything goes into the foot. And like I said, I will break down kind of how the foot works and all that stuff. I'll do it on a separate one because it could get a little bit more intricate and tricky. But essentially what you're going to think about is kind of like the shape of it. So I usually break it up into 3 parts. So you have the heel, and then you have like the toes that come out. This is kind of how I do it. And then we'll get into like, because like I said, it's the bones that we're going to be thinking about, you know, the different kind of like the palm of the foot, the heel. We're going to be talking about all that stuff. Like I said, in another video, probably later this week, and then maybe on my master class session, I'll get into all of it. So I'll go from legs to feet and kind of show you more of a breakdown and really get more into it. But so yeah, so essentially, like I said, you got to remember like the shin bone is all up in here. I'll just, like I said, fill it in kind of quick. And yeah, the knee itself is what you got to think about. I keep hitting the wrong brushes, sorry. It's the ball sticks out the most, and then it kind of, like I said, I'll do it on the longer one, and I'll show you how it is, because we're gonna have to get into the skeletal system in order to show you guys properly how this kind of all works, because like I said, it does get a little bit more tricky. These videos are meant to be just a little bit shorter, to give you guys more of just like a basic grasp of it. And then yeah, you got to do your homework, you got to do your research and break it down further. It's the best way to learn, is be a little bit more hands-on, especially if you're looking at these videos. That means you want to learn, you want more stuff. So I always say do a little bit of a mix of these kind of videos to look at, and then do your own research and your own homework, because it's going to help you a whole lot more in that better understanding. Study your body, study dancers, athletes. You'll get a better grasp of how everything is. And again, since I'm doing it on the computer, it's almost like I'm kind of sculpting it out a little bit. But yeah, like I said, we could get further into it on my live streams. We'll have some fun too. Like I said, I have some good guests, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. Let me back up a little bit. So it's kind of a bit of the breakdown of what you guys could think about. Let me kind of show you what I was also talking about with like the tendons that go into it. So like typically that, I'll zoom back in. So like the tendons go and they pull and they wrap around. So this isn't anything you're really going to be seeing when you're doing those drawings. This is again just to show you how it connects a little bit. But it's things along those lines. And you know, since we do have more bone and stuff here, it's like I said, we could get more into it. Over here, like I said, it's going to be more muscle tissue and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, not to fret. We will get in more depth with all this stuff. And yeah, I'll show you how it works. But yeah, so remember the ankles, the shape of the foot. So again, I hope this helps a lot of people. Message me, leave comments. All that stuff helps the channel. Like, subscribe. Like I said, just help me get the word out about my channel, about my campaigns that I'm running. I have a few more that are live, including Through the Woods, City of Venus, and you can see it on that campaign that I showed you earlier on the video. Like I said, I'm going to be leaving the links in the description, so you can check all that stuff out there. And like I said, I'm an independent creator, so all the help that I get from people, supporters, it helps tremendously, and I can continue to do more of these classes and stuff too. You know, the support on the books, all that stuff helps me. Helps me a whole lot, and I'm going to continually thank you people for for all that support. But yeah, like I said, just remember kind of the shapes that we talked about in other videos. Again, this is the pelvic area, the muscles in here. Like I said, everything connects to it and then pulls from it. So you have the lower abs. And you get into the higher ones, and yeah, we'll get into other parts of the body as well. Yeah, I know I'm not done covering everything, but we're slowly getting to as much as we can. I'm trying to make a little bit more time in the day to do more of these. You know, and hopefully, like I said, it's gonna help more people, because I'm looking to give back in the community for other creators and people who want to learn and just do great stuff. So like I said, until then, please be kind to one another, but kick ass while you create. Again, support my projects like Shadow of the Kraken. I'll back this up a bit. Again, this is my brand new one. I'm currently still working on pages as well. But yeah, the campaign is almost finished. It looks like I will be going in demand. But if you want like special variant covers or other special items, please make sure to grab them as soon as you can, because they're not going to stay up forever. I'm going to be removing a lot of things and changing it. So yeah, as soon as we go in demand, things are going to be changing in the campaign a bit. So yeah, please support as much as you can. And yeah, I'm going to keep doing the best work that I could for you guys. And I'm going to teach you, you know, to the best of my abilities as well. So thank you again, and have a great day or a great evening whenever you're watching this. Yeah, so like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.